Hello and welcome to Germain, Toyota of Sarasota's Friday Football Fever. It's week 3 of the regular season. We've got some district matchups and some big-time Suncoast area games too. And we will start with our game of the week. Bayshore at Lakewood Ranch. This one figured to be tight, and of course it was early on. Chad Rex drops back, fires to Cameron Piercy. Nice play over the middle there. On the money throw, first down Mustangs. Stangs cap the drive with a toss from Piercy to Ty McLeod. Touchdown, Lakewood Ranch looked good early. More from the Stangs, this time the run game. Chris Piercy up the middle, another Lakewood Ranch touchdown. Stangs are just rolling. We move to the fourth quarter. Bruins mount a comeback. Jonathan Lewis fires to Obi Tarwo for a huge gain and a first down. Led to a score that tied it up at 14. Wow, last play of regulation here. Ranch with a chance to end it on a long pass. Chad Rex launches. Awfully close there, but Bayshore picks it off. Great defense. We're going to overtime. In OT, rules just like college. Stangs ball first. Shawn Angle makes this look too easy. 21-14 Lakewood Ranch. So the Bruins get the ball. They have to match the TD or the game is over. Little handoff up the middle for Bayshore, but that is stuffed. Lakewood Ranch survives to win a thriller in overtime, 21-14. SNN local news sports reporter Amber Stidham was at Lakewood Ranch. She joins us now live. Amber, wild game, turned out to be really good late, huh?
I know, it's funny how much football can change. What a game, Adam. For the first 3 quarters, Lakewood Ranch was certainly in control, leading most of the game. They got a lot of offensive production from quarterback Chad Rex and a lot of help from a couple of brothers, Wyatt McLeod and both Ty McLeod. And now we are joined by head coach of Lakewood Ranch, Shawn Trent. Coach, first of all, congratulations on the win. It was a close game. Now, this is 2 weeks in a row that Bayshore has nearly made a fourth quarter comeback. What did you say to your defense to really help them make that stop at a crucial time?
One of the coaches was joking. He asked what I told him. I said, stop him on this play. So nothing important, just do our basics and do what we've done. So.
And now you are getting ready to head into district play facing Boca Ciega next week. What can you take away from this game to really help you into next week's game?
Probably the biggest thing with as young as we are as a team, I think just finishing. I think we had a couple chances earlier in the game when we were up 14-0 to kind of put the game away, and I think the kids got happy and thought the game was over before it was, instead of kind of putting the game away and being done with it. So.
All right, Coach. Well, Adam, there you go. It was a close game, and it was definitely a nail-biter. Back to you.
Yeah, big win for a young Lakewood Ranch team. Thanks, Amber. Let's move on. The Ram Bowl has seen an awful lot of tough teams so far this season. Tonight, no different. Venice at Riverview. Early on, Dominic Marino takes off, makes some guys miss. First down Rams there, and it led to this. Opening score of the game, I believe this is Noah Taylor booting it through. 3-0 Riverview. Ensuing kickoff, watch Venice's Quahim Kapinski pick up the ball, and pandemonium's going on all around him. Guys flying everywhere, bodies all over the floor. It doesn't bother Kapinski. He turns it into a terrific return well into Ram territory. Second quarter now. Venice ball, Kale Yautzi, a delayed QB keeper. He runs it up the middle for a first down. Nice game. All the scoring really happened in the second half. Venice got a good road win and a close one, 24-17. Booker on the road, taking on Southeast. Tornadoes actually got off to a fantastic start, and this one shocked a lot of people. Alex Riddle hands to Marlon Mack, who gives a little okey-doke, and then he is gone. 75 yards for a Booker score. 6-0 Tornadoes. Yeah, they lead, but Seminoles really took over from that point. Miles Braxton Johnson to Courtney Allen. He's got some speed, too. Turns a short run into a touchdown. Later, it's more from Allen. Nice run up the right side here for a first down. Allen just ran the ball all night long, and the Booker defense had nothing for him. It's been working all night. Why not keep going back? Allen punches in another touchdown here. Knowles are rolling. I don't have the stats of this game yet, but Courtney Allen must have run for at least 150 yards. He finds the end zone here. Southeast just beats up Booker, winning 42-6. Cardinal Mooney trying to smoke out the Lake Placid Dragons at home tonight. First quarter we're going to begin. Cougars get on the board. Blake Young hits a 40-yard field goal, and it's good. Nice kick from him. We got a 3-0 lead from Mooney. Later in the first, Cougars go to the air. They've been mixing it up nicely on offense this season. Reese Vitta, he's got an arm. Perfect touch to Marcus Painza. Nice catch, 10-0. Mooney just cruising. By the way, Cougars stud running back Anthony Cayazza was on the bench tonight with an injury. He told me he'll be back next week. But transfer to Mardre Patterson, who played at ODA last season. He's a nice replacement. Turns a screen into a tremendous touchdown run up the sidelines here. 17-0 Mooney at that point. I want to let you know Patterson was injured, taken off with a neck or a back injury. I'll get more on that as it happens. We hope he's okay. Mooney wins big, 41-7. All right, we will huddle up, but still to come, way more high school football. We check in with the #1 team in all the land, hosting Miami Central, plus Palmetto, Charlotte, Sarasota, all hosting big games and more coming up.
You're watching BRADEN Football Fever, SNN.
All right, welcome back to Germain Toyota of Sarasota's Friday Football Fever. Let's just jump right back in. #1 nationally ranked Manatee hosted Miami Central. Another tough test for the Canes early on. Watch Cord Sandberg on the run, and this is why he's so dangerous. He could keep it, or he could pitch it to Anthony Lauro. Big gain, first down for Lauro. He's so versatile. I say this all the time. I really like Lauro. Nice play there. And the Canes would punch it in. This is the jumbo package. Big Marquise Dawsey plunges ahead. He plays defensive line and he plays running back a la Refrigerator Perry. 9-0 Canes. Rockets used to be the #1 team in the nation at one point in this season. They had some sparks. Joseph Yerby, first down there, and that led to more from the Canes, though, after the drive stalled. Sandberg, great run here, a little shake and bake, and he turns on the burners, led to a touchdown, and Manatee went on to get a solid win in this one. 44-34 is your final. Port Charlotte may have taken a little bit of an upset tonight. Pirates lose a close game, 28-21 to the Bulldogs of Ida S. Baker. How about an upstart Northport squad visiting Sarasota in this one? Second quarter, no score. Bobcats driving. Roderick Spears, nice reverse. He cuts upfield, nearly in for a score, taken down by his jersey. First down there. Northport would punch it in 2 plays later. The hand to Leonard Faison, who plunges in for 6. Touchdown puts the Bobcats on the board with a 7-0 lead. But the Sailors put together some nice drives in this one. Handoff to Rod Tullis. He's a big bruising back there. That's a first down and then some, and the Sailors convert with a handoff to Marquis Upshaw. He finds Pater, ties it at 7, and the Sailors went on to get a really nice win, 28-14. Braden River just looking to hang in there against the #1 ranked team in the state in 5A, Palmetto. Part of the reason why the Tigers are so good is the run game, specifically Corey Crawford. Look at him put the moves on here. Shaking off about 4 tackles. He is lightning quick. 23-0 Tigers at this point. And this poor girl, she's going to have some sore arms tomorrow. A lot of scoring equals a lot of push-ups in this one. Palmetto can throw it too. Chris Tootens, the backup QB turned starter, finds E.J. Burston. Nice gain there, and it would lead to this. 27-yard field goal try by Austin Cavey. It's up, and it is good. 26-0 Tigers led it at the half, and Palmetto goes on to blank Braden River 40-0. Hey, ODA had beaten Moorhaven 3 straight times until tonight. Tough loss for the Thunder, going down huge 48-10. This is a bit of an upset against an explosive Thunder offense. And Lemon Bay was off to a really good start this season, had beaten LaBelle the last 4 times they've played, again until tonight. Cowboys upset the mighty Mantas 14-13. A tough Miami Hialeah Thoroughbred squad visited Charlotte tonight down in Punta Gorda. First quarter, nice Hialeah drive. Alan Edouard, the QB keeper up the middle, and he's dancing. Weaves his way upfield for a nice gain. First down and then some. Hurdles the bench on his way out there. Thoroughbreds would keep running the ball. Give to Raymond Bell here, who just will not be brought down. First down Hialeah, and the Thoroughbreds cap the drive. Cesar Meneses, short burst. He's got reservations for 6. Hialeah hangs on to win a tight game, 22-21. All right, when Germain Toyota of Sarasota's Friday Football Fever continues, we will take a look at some of the games with Herald Tribune sports writer Doug Fernandez. Stick around.
You're watching Friday Football
All right, welcome back. Herald Tribune columnist, overall good guy, Doug Fernandez joins us now. Doug and I both actually got to the Sarasota game tonight, and a solid victory for the Sailors.
A nice win. I mean, when you look at the Sailors, their offense is ahead of their defense. Held Northport scoreless in the second half, 28-14 victory. You know, DeWitt and Tullis, the two players that come through pretty much every game for the Sailors. But if you're Ed Voles, you can see that program slowly turning.
Yeah,
probably over in Riverview, Todd Johnson is seeing it turn a little bit slowly. But they had a pretty good effort against Venice tonight.
Yeah, let's talk about Riverview and Venice tonight. 3-3 was the score at the half. I mean, defensive ball game at first, and you know, Riverview's schedule at the beginning of this year has just been brutal. They go Manatee and Palmetto, and then, you know, now Venice. I mean, this is murderer's row, but the Rams, you got to give them credit. They haven't won, but they've hung in there pretty much every game.
They've hung in there, and I think if you ask Todd Johnson, losing to Manatee last week probably prepared them a little bit for Venice this week. You know, Venice didn't complete any passes or pass for any yards. It was 284 yards all on the ground. I guess Riverview made a couple of errors in the second half, and that's what led to their defeat.
So they lose by a touchdown, but, you know, maybe kind of one of those moral victories for Riverview. Let's talk a little bit about Manatee, because this is basically the last time this season for Manatee to get a chance to prove themselves on the national stage. Miami Central had been ranked #1 in the nation at one point this season. They win 44-34. They were up big. I don't know if they kind of slipped